Come on, relax your mind. Kick back and just unwind. Don't let this moment overcome you, cause you need this vibe. Music, it takes me there, places where I don't care. I'm overflowing in this motion, you can't help but stare. Flowing like up and down, spinning around and round. Back up and touch the ground I'm making, but I can't sit down. Moving from side to side, feel good cause I'm alive. Don't you feel jealous, just get up and help me feel this vibe.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your main man, Mr. Council, back with another one, Saturday Motivation. You know how we do. I chose Saturday because Saturday is the day that's uniquely your own. Most people work a 9 to 5, so by the time they get to Saturday, they feel it's necessary to take their foot off the gas. For most artists, creatives, business mind know that Saturday is the day to put your foot on the gas and handle your business. I'm tired today, folks. It's been a long week. We all have those moments where we get a little bit run down, and I'm getting to that point. So I'm starting to realize I'm going to have to get a little bit more rest so I can have the energy and the motivation to do the things that I need to do. I don't want to hold you long today. You know I want to come to you every week. And God put something in my spirit last night that he wanted me to speak on, and so I'm just going to let him guide me through this. You have to live for something greater than yourself. You have to live for something that's greater than you. Most of us want success. We want happiness. We want big things. But most of us are doing it for ourselves, and we don't realize that that's the main reason why we're not happy. If you're going around and you're living just for you, it's one of the biggest mistakes you can make as an individual. See, by human nature, God made us to serve each other. I don't care what anybody says. God made us to serve each other. That's why by nature we build communities, we build families, we build schools, we do things together, we do things in mass, and all those things might not be the best, but that's the best way for us to learn and support and be there for each other. And you always know, I'm all here talking about, you have to take yourself out of your gift and understand that you're a vessel. And that's so you can serve others. See, what a lot of people don't understand is that they're getting, some people are getting to the things that they want to get to. They're getting to the places where they want to go, but they're still not happy. Have you ever met somebody who has a lot going on for themselves, but they're just angry all the time? I know all of us know somebody like that. And the reason why is because that person is doing everything for themselves. They're totally closed off from the world. They're totally a selfish person. They don't do much for their family. They're there for their friends for the most part, but they don't do anything to serve others. All of the monetary gain, everything that they get out of life is for themselves. And when you live like that, your spirit is disconnected from the rest of us. And if you want to continue to live like that, you're just not going to be happy. You're not going to be, most of all, fulfilled. See, most of us want to live a fulfilled life. When you get to the end, when you realize the things that were important, you're going to want to be satisfied with your time here. A lot of people look back and they realize they've done nothing but waste time. And that's why so many people run to the church when they get old, because they know they got one foot in the grave, and they're trying to make deals with God because they feel like, uh-oh, I only have a little limited amount of time left. What am I going to do with the rest of the time I have? When that's what you should have been thinking the entire time. So you have to be selfless in your gift. See, once you discover who you are, your purpose for here, you have to remove yourself from it. And you have to be doing it for someone other than yourself. If your gift is only there to serve and please you, you'll never be the person that you were meant to be. You'll never find the love that you are meant to have, and you'll never find the peace and happiness that you deserve. This is what people have to understand. When I do my music, it's therapy to me. It definitely is. But when I share my music to the world, I want to send messages that are going to help people through tough times, that are going to inspire people who want to do the same thing, who want to lift people up. That's why my music is positive, and I send positive messages through my music, because I want to uplift others. I came back to my community to teach school because I wanted to add something to my community. Because one thing I hate, my city has always had a bad reputation. And most of the great people from my city always leave. A lot of people ask me all the time, why are you still there? Why haven't you left yet? And a large part of the reason why I haven't left yet is because I want to be one of those people who stick around to make my community greater. Because one of the sad things is to grow up in a community that's helped build you up, but then you go and then you abandon it for something else. Now, there's nothing wrong with leaving and going off to do something great. I don't want to stop people or to look down upon people who want to do something great somewhere else. But it's always got to be a handful of people, a group of people that stick around and do something great for their community. And my city is always looked down upon, and it always bothered me. It always bothered me to my core. And I always promised myself that I would come back and do something to help uplift my city. And so what you don't understand is your motivation. If you're living for yourself, it's too easy to quit. It's too easy to quit if you're living for you, because you have nobody else to answer to other than God eventually. But in the moment, there's nobody to answer to. When you're grown, your parents are not telling you this, they're not telling you that. You only answer to yourself. So if you quit, it's nobody there to push you and make you better and make you do. But if you're doing something for somebody else, half the time you give it your all, because that's the spirit that God put in us. Think about when you're protecting a friend of yours. Sometimes you protect a friend more than you protect yourself. If you see your friend going through something and it hurts you, you want to do what you can to help that friend. That's the spirit of God in you. And somebody eventually is going to be there to do that for you. See, we're not strong enough to protect ourselves. Not always. Sometimes we are our own worst enemies, because we do more damage to ourselves than anybody else could even imagine. We do more damage to ourselves. And so when you're in a community of people, you're there to lift each other up through dark times, through mistakes. You have to live for something other than yourself. So think about what it is that you're doing, your gift that God has given you, and how are you using it to serve others? Or are you just using it to serve yourself? And think about your happiness level. Think about where you are and how you feel about what you're doing. See, most people aren't living their true purpose. They're just working. And that's why they're so ready to get off the job every day. They're so ready to get to Friday every week, because they're not living their true purpose. They're just working to pay bills. And that's not the kind of life I want to lead. I want to lead a life that's greater, that leaves a legacy, that inspires somebody to be the best version of themselves, and not to give me the credit, just to pay it forward because somebody was there to do that for me. You have to serve others through your gift, because that's going to feed your soul and make you want to continue to do that. But when you are living for yourself, when you are living to pay bills, you are going to do nothing but want to stop every day. You're going to be staring at that clock, waiting to punch it so you can get out and do nothing. Sit on the couch, go out hanging out with friends, wasting time. But when you're truly dedicated and committed to something that's bigger than you, you can't imagine what God will do for you through that. Please understand me today. Life is not about you. It's about service to others through what you can do. And until people understand that, you will never find the peace that you are looking for. You'll never find the joy on the inside that you are yearning for. Most people want to be happy, but they just don't know how. And most people aren't happy because they are only serving themselves, man. If you are only serving yourself, you're running on fumes. Because nobody is going to be there for you in your darkest moments when you need them. Because you're not there for anyone else but yourself. If you notice post-COVID, this world is a mean place. Everybody's looking out for self. And that's why so many people have so much, but have so little on the inside. Most people aren't happy. I'm happy by nature. I'm smiling. I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying life. I'm always going to enjoy life. I'm not going to allow the troubles of this world to get me down, even though I go through my share or go through like everybody else. But I can't allow those things to keep me down because I'm fighting for people who don't even know it. I'm trying to do something for people in my life that aren't even unaware of it. And that's what keeps me going. That's why I work with kids, because they motivate me to be better, a better example. They force me to be better. You need to put yourself in situations where you are forced to be better, because you have to understand that you cannot do most things under your own power. If you don't lean into God's understanding and not your own, man, you are lost. You will be by yourself. You will be hurting. You will be sad. You will be miserable. And most people are that because they're disconnected from their purpose. And until you find your purpose, you will not be the person that God meant you to be. And so you will be miserable. You will just be searching aimlessly for things to do instead of doing what you are supposed to do, what you were meant to do. Stop searching for things, for anything just to do, and find you. And make sure in finding you, you find your purpose for serving others. And then everything that you need will be at your feet. This is what most people don't understand. So if you truly want happiness, you have to live through your purpose. And in living through your purpose, you have to serve others. Because you cannot live this life alone. Most people don't want to be alone. Most people can get to a point where they're tired of people, and when they find themselves alone, they are miserable. Because life is about family, community, friends, social life. Building each other up. Oftentimes we feel better when someone, let's say you have a group of friends and somebody walks in, man, you're excited to see them. Even if you talk trash to them, you miss them. You miss good friends. You miss family. When you don't get to see them, you miss them. You miss that love. You miss that connection. You need that connection. And so many of us are disconnected now because of what we went through COVID. We cut each other off. Families cut each other off. Friends cut each other off. And now we're grasping at straws trying to put the pieces back together. And that's not how it works. Live for something greater than yourself. And that's your only way to find true happiness. Because it won't be about you. Because if you're doing something just for you, I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, you will quit. That's why so many people become better after they have children. Because once you have children, you are living for someone other than yourself, and you are forced to do better. You have to put yourself in situations where you are forced to do better. And it's nothing wrong with that. That's just you recognizing that you cannot do everything alone. You weren't meant to. That's not how God made us. He made us for each other, to protect each other, to serve each other, to love each other. And if you're not in a situation where you're loving someone, you're miserable. That's why most people are searching for it. Because they're miserable on the inside. I know I'm running long today, but I got a lot on my mind. So if I can motivate you today, understand you have to live for something greater than you, or you will never find the happiness, peace, and joy that you are always searching for. Because that's the key. Service to others. Because when you serve others, all of your needs are taken care of through others. You can't do this alone. You're not meant to be by yourself. Get out, see the world, serve the world, so you can become the person that God has made you to be. Because that, at the end of the day, is what life is all about. We're motivating minds over here. We're changing lives. Saturday Motivation. We're going to take it to another level. It's 2022. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, ladies and gentlemen, because I want you guys to get this information every week. The people that watch my videos give me the motivation. It might be 20, 30, 40, 50 views, but those few views give me the motivation to get myself out of bed on Saturday and do this. Because this isn't about me. This isn't about money. I'm not getting paid for this. Eventually I will. Oh, eventually I will. But it ain't about the money. It's about paying it forward, because people have changed my lives on a level that they will never understand. People have fed into me in ways they will never truly understand. And so it is my job, it is my duty to do that for others. And I'm going to be here every Saturday to do that for anybody who wants to be with me. Make sure you hit the link. I'm going to put the link to the Better Man Chronicles album. We still pushing it out. I'm still working on Better Man Chronicles 2, which is going to be coming hopefully by wintertime next year. Man, motivating minds and changing lives in 2022. I'm going to be here for you every week. And make sure you leave a comment. Let me know that you're feeling something I'm talking about here. Because I'm not just doing this for myself. I'm doing this for the service of others, because so many people have served me. That's my time, y'all. Peace to all my people in the struggle.
I met you when I was young. We kissed and we fell in love. Knew you were the one because I felt you inside my lungs. I up and messed up again, so chose to let you go live. That's when I saw you with him. Heartbroken, so I just lit. I think I'm ready, might be ready. Now I'm ready for love. Don't think I'm jealous, but I felt it when I saw you someone. Okay, I'm jealous, cause I never thought you'd leave me alone. So now I'm jealous, I can't stand it, and I can't let you go. No, I just can't let you go. No, I just can't let you. I thought to myself, oh why'd you leave her?